Exchange fam, hello, welcome back. It's your boy Green. I'm with my main man Vega.
Here we are. He's introducing me. One of these days I'm gonna do it a little bit different. It's gonna start with me going, "It's your boy Vega," and I'm here with my main man. But for now, it's
we didn't think about it.
never. The next one you guys are gonna see.
One day. Anyways, today we're gonna hang out and have a conversation like we do normally, and we're gonna cover some topics. We're just gonna go mainly with like brands in general that are kind of more current, modern, what we're buying, we're not buying at the shop, things like that, man.
Trends, if you will.
Yeah.
If you will.
We got a little trendy.
Let's get that right here. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Long. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate your hard work.
So, man.
What do you think is would you say our best designer is right now, most popular? Me? Of Buckethies. Balenciaga. I think.
Balenciaga?
Yeah.
That's our like.
Shoe wise, like I think that's like the most, or McQueen's. I would say like shoes, yeah.
Designer one?
Mm-hmm.
Like high end, definitely.
Say that's pretty up there.
Balenciaga definitely high end.
Yeah.
Track
sneakers, triple S's. It's even been getting to me, man. It feels like the old vid just creeping around, but it's with these Balenciaga track sneakers just creeping in near me. Like I don't know why I want them. I literally have no idea.
Yours do really well for us too. Like the B20
the 22s is the chunkier sneaker.
Yeah.
23 is the chuck looking one. Both of those do really well for us.
We don't see a lot of them, but they fly.
And that's good though. I mean, that's how we know like what moves for us, as long as it's not sitting like. I guess we could go off of that. We have a lot of McQueens right now, but what actually sells like flies, I would say like Balenciaga.
And then what?
We don't really get too many. I wish we did. It's just our area, man. If whoever's watching this, if you got a pair at home, please bring in some like Louis trainers or something. Like we never see those coming for sale. Like never.
I mean, the retail is super high.
OD. I mean, it's like ridiculous, but I mean, with a lot of this stuff, retail's pretty high. So.
And they're not like, I wouldn't say they're super in the streets.
Yeah,
like,
if you have them, I feel like people are keeping them. Like,
I feel like people that are like more in the style realm, I guess, are more that are like.
The guy that has those has a pair of Issey Miyake pleats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. It's like that guy like knows what he's buying.
Yeah.
Like he bought those with the intent to keep them in his rotation. So I guess I take that back when like, yeah, no one really, our customer base of who brings in stuff, like that's not a shoe somebody's gonna wear a couple times.
I would say like the easiest way of putting it is like, I guess, like your block boy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Traditional block boy, I guess you could say, is not rocking your LV trainer. He's more
He's
like
not.
track.
He's gonna do a Balenciaga track, like heavy Prada. Remember those cloud bursts? Something like that. Pradas were doing well for us.
What is like a good, I would say like not high end designer, but more like you could be high end street or high price street or like mid price. What's like we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that
what
question.
Okay, we'll start off with, I guess, like what is some more in demand, I guess, like sneaker wise, just regular sneaker.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of our like mover?
Movers are Jordan 1s, like just in general, a Jordan 1 or like a Dunk for sure. And then I think like anybody watching this that works at a sneaker store is gonna say like, yeah, it's pretty much Dunks or Jordan 1s. Sneaker culture right now is directly derived from like TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. So whatever is going to be in circulation on that stuff, like I go on my reels, dude, I'm not seeing a bunch of like mags and stuff. I'm seeing Panda Dunks, like Obsidians, like the same kind of stuff, with a couple of cool things here and there. So like I said, I definitely think that's a heavy driver. Fours.
A lot of like recent good
fours for sure.
Fours, ones.
It has a big influence on like what sells and even what we buy as well. That's why it's so important, like the intake of, what you see on social media, like could be a heavy influence on what you're buying, because even with fours, like you could think back to like 2 years ago, man, somebody had brought in a pair of those 4D Ultra Boosts and I was like, wow, it was like Adidas only. Like 2 years ago, it was like, yo, you're wearing Nike? It's like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
For a minute.
Like, whoa. Kanye stepped over to Adidas, bro. What are you doing? It's Ultra Boost or nothing. Like NMDs. Like, could you believe, please, right here, insert a picture of an NMD right here. Why are we wearing these? Like, that was a literal thing. Like NMDs, Ultra Boost, great comfort. I'll never say anything bad about Ultra Boost. I love this.
We were talking about that the other day too.
Yeah, great comfortable shoe, but just now, like that hype shoe and like that middle ground price, like you were saying, yeah, it's gonna be a Dunk, a Jordan 1, a 4, which you're not finding that average Adidas price where it's like you can get it for retail at around 120, 130. Like your average now you're looking at is about like 250, 220,
Right.
180 maybe on the low end. And that's if you know somewhere that has stuff for a good deal. If not, you better hope you're hitting for retail.
Yeah, and I mean, just to let you guys know, like we really have these conversations. Like
No, literally, like you.
this isn't like we're not just sitting here doing this to talk to you guys. Like
Nah.
me and Vega, we in the shop.
Bro, I would literally come with the most random
get
question.
slow,
They'll be like,
We'll
huh.
just be like, boom, and then Vega will come over there and like ask me something random. But for example, like earlier, he asked me, so it was, what would be your modern day affordable sneaker, which is going to be like 300,
Mhm.
350 range or cheaper, that would be like your go get it. Your
Like
go
you
grab.
basically, and the way that I preface this to him is everybody has their own situations or whatever, and like
Yep.
I see a lot of kids coming in here and they're trading up towards their shoes and stuff, and I'm like, man, like what would be my one, like, hey, I'm slinging carts at Food Line, really saving up my paychecks, and this is my one shoe I'm allowing myself to just go all in for. My answer, reference back to my 2021 sneaker or whatever. Yeah, it was still the Protection Pack New Balance. I've literally put everything into trying to get those just because I feel like it is a great affordable hype shoe. It was like, what, $160 I think retail?
Yeah.
But even then, like, it's just such a good question to ask in that sense of, because you're like, man, we're flooded with shoes right now to where it's like, yeah, like you could get a neutral gray Jordan 1 low for like $160 brand new. You know what I mean? Like that's a crazy good one to just like have, like something like that. Like your answer was great though. Like, and it's crazy that, shout out Good Times, they posted that steal today, like right when you said
Right
that.
after it.
Literally.
Bro, it was literally probably 30 minutes after.
Jordan's answer was a Union, and at first I was like, a Union? I'm like, what Union you about to get for under 3? And then I was like, oh, you could get a Desert Moss. And as soon as he says that, we go on Instagram and Good Times post, steal the day, $200.
Crazy.
Literally insane.
Yeah, so it was those, and it was probably like a Fragment 3.
Yeah, a Fragment 3 was a really good
That
one,
was
an
a hitter.
affordable one that isn't too expensive, and it is kind of more recent that you could still kind of get. It's not nothing too crazy that you have to go out of your way to find. That Union, I was like super second guessing until I saw that thing, and I was like, oh wow, okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Like that, I guess that's
It
doable.
works. It works, man. And I think, other than that, I don't think there's much more that I would be trying to like.
Obviously, then the regulars, like I remember I threw out one. I was like, "Would you do like a Lightning?" You're like, "Nah." I'm like, "It's a cool shoe," but I'm like, to be your one, like, okay. So and the way I preface this to you, like, ask your homies or whatever, like, comment down. I literally want to see what your guys like. I'm saying your rotation is like you got your daily driver, like a Nike Blazer, a black pair of Vans, like a beat up pair, like that's your daily driver. You got another like go out kind of shoe, and this is like your flexor. This is like.
Yeah.
I coughed up my bread. Like this is, I'm going out on a date. You know, I'm
For a solid price.
for a solid price. Yeah, that's it for sure.
A solid affordable price. But yeah, man. I mean, I think some sneakers. Let's get into maybe like some streetwear. I guess I'm gonna run through some brands, and I guess I got them broken down by like high and mid
Yeah.
and low kind of. So, and I want you to like pick like maybe your top 5.
Cool.
family.
Yeah.
So like high end, of course, we got like LV, Balenciaga, Gucci, Rick Owens, Lanvin, Amiri, and then kind of like this mid range. It's kind of hard to put like
Yeah.
pricing on it, but it's like Chrome Hearts could probably fall in the high, but
Mhm.
it depends like where you're pricing it.
Yeah.
But mid, I got like Chrome Hearts, Off White, CPFM, Capital, Gallery Department,
Mhm.
Sicko, Vertebrae, Fear God, Spider, Needles, Human Made, Bape, CDG, Root.
Mhm.
Kind of like that's
Yeah.
kinda like a good variety.
Yeah,
And
no,
then,
and
like
that's-
low end, we got like a Stussy Supreme.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
Stone Island in there too. I don't know if you said that.
that mid
Stony,
range.
yes. I feel like
Yeah,
Stone Island would be
Orange
in that
Stone,
mid
too.
range.
What would be like currently your top? I guess maybe
So
like
if we want to do like, so
I
super
mean-
high end, we had that conversation earlier. It's crazy. Literally, I'm
high
telling you
end.
guys,
We
like,
got like Bottega too up there.
yeah, Bottega for
Like,
sure. That's what I was gonna say was one of mine. Definitely, we literally have these conversations. Like, it's literally hilarious. Like, this idea came because Long said, you guys have too many conversations off camera. I should start like recording stuff. Like, we do this all the time. So I'm just referencing that conversation we had. We were talking about the Louis versus Gucci thing, kind of. We saw the Gucci puffer. I was like, I think Louis. So yeah, I think that would be my answer as far as like high end designers. Would be like Louis, Rick.
Let's go across the board though. We're like sneaker and
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really go sneaker.
Yeah,
wear.
no, for
But,
sure.
Like, let's just keep it with the streetwear for now. When it comes to like a high end. So it was like LV, Balenciaga, Gucci, Rick Owens, Lanvin, Amiri, Bottega, and am I missing anything?
That was it as far as
That's about the
Marnie.
best, right?
Yeah.
So LV.
Yeah, I would say LV for sure. Balenciaga is killing it. They just announced or showed Kim Kardashian's like their new face and stuff. So I think cool stuff is gonna be with that. But let's be realistic, ladies and gents. Your boy's not draped down in Balenciaga right now. I don't think anybody's trying to be fully draped on Balenciaga. But product-wise, shoe-wise, they've always been super ahead. But as far as all together, just the whole spectrum of everything, rest in peace, Virgil, LV has got for sure. That is undoubtedly for sure. Those mid-ranges though. Those mid-ranges though that's where it gets a little bit more fun.
It's tough. It's tough. There's so
You know,
many.
I've been on this like Japanese kick, so Capital's already super up there. You said Bottega, man. Bottega feet wide, even though it's more high end, like they've been killing it.
Yeah.
Bottega has been killing it. That's why I'm like, I want to put like realistically, I want to be like a sub tier under Louis and like Blend, like and all that, and put like those other brands in there, like Rick and all that stuff, because I'm like, yeah, Rick is definitely the one, like pants wise. I'm like, man,
pants and shoes wise is definitely
pants and shoes, like Rick is killing it, bro. Like it has been for years. That's just not a new thing. Shirt wise, it's not really my vibe. I'm not like super, mega macho, so that Rick vibe is not for me. There's just a lot that goes into that stuff though, you know what I mean? Once you start breaking it down, so as a whole, it's like it's more so individualism with those brands, you know what I mean? Like you might be like, yo, I actually really like Bottega's like this stuff, not the footwear and stuff. For me though, it'd definitely be like, I'd say Capital right now. In here though,
like top 5, like right now for you brand wise.
All right, Capital. Really like the gallery stuff, man, but it's getting burnt. Chrome Hearts has longevity. I don't think that's going nowhere, bro. I'm sorry. Mark my words. Check this video in a year. Still don't think it's going anywhere.
What?
Chrome Hearts?
Yeah, no.
It's not going nowhere, bro.
Crash it quick.
Yeah. Stone
Island.
Mm-hmm.
Throw some other ones out there. CPFM, Stussy.
Stussy
stuff I see you wearing.
Yeah, Stussy is just always gonna be one of those like household one that I think stays consistent. Like that's one of the first shirts I ever got streetwear wise, and that was probably in like 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
Up against the wall in Lynn Haven Mall.
Yep.
Red Stussy shirt, comic book bubble said Stussy. I remember the kids were like, Stussy shirt. I was like, shut up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that's just gonna be a staple brand. Even now, man, like working here, we're able to have our horizons broaden a lot and be able to kind of put aside those what's in and what's not. And for a while, I was like, man, Supreme's dead. I've been into Supreme for so long, literally so much of my life. I've been like, oh, Supreme is so cool, and got through a time where it was so mainstream. And now that I started working here, I'm able to see products that I'm like, oh, that doesn't scream out like box logo up here. Like it's like a subtle kind of thing, and I that's what I found to enjoy and like now about that. So Supreme, even after those years, respectfully, yes, I still would say is still up there as far as like product wise. Like I've copped a lot of random Supreme, like a lot of random Supreme pieces this year that I've been like pretty surprised at. Even you, like a couple puffers, like a couple jackets.
Yeah, it's a select it's a select thing for me. Like you were saying, have been into Supreme for so long. They've hit this platform where it's just everywhere. They put their name on everything,
like literally everything.
It's cool to see it. Like I'm more like, I like the accessories now.
Exactly.
Like
for sure.
Maybe like some random lighter, or like I just got the little coffee thing. Just some like random stuff that's like not super high priced. But I mean, for example, like one of those coffee pieces, you might pay $30 to get it, but retail's running like.
But it's more so just that thing of just looking at it. Like I'm looking at this, like that could literally be Supreme right there. And it's
they
just
have
that,
one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I have one. It's the hot one.
It's just nice to the eye just to see it. Like.
Right. So it keeps my mind kind of in that realm. So like something like that, or maybe like you're saying, like maybe like a North Face puffer. Some of those things I kind of still are consuming in the Supreme realm.
It's crazy to see it faded back to that back end though, even though it's always been on that level of, reference back to Sean Stussy and James Jebbia when they were, starting all this stuff. Like they have been staple brands for so long, but for a while it was Supreme as like a hype beast streetwear brand, and like Stussy just as a staple brand. And now to see it down and be on an even playing field. And even more so right now, like we were just looking at Stussy's collection, like, yo, wow, they're just killing it, bro. Like that's crazy. It's like people have been more so excited for Stussy drops than like a Supreme drop, which is insane, bro. Like it's literally insane.
It's like full circle.
Yeah.
It's like Supreme it's held that, I would say like Supreme almost like overtook Stussy in a way, where like Stussy was kind of doing that same thing, and they held that. They still hold that same weight. Their name still holds that same weight, but like they just kind of like took the back seat. Whereas now
it's just a different game now.
Start to creep back into that spot.
Yep.
And their pieces are just, I mean, they're just as good.
Crazy.
Their design,
good quality.
they're just
good design.
The quality, the look, everything is there. But
it's just, like I said, it's just that influence. Like it goes back to it, the media, like what you see.
Exactly.
So like somebody that has been actively pumping Stussy for so long is ASAP Nast. You know, he loves Stussy. So like Stussy and Prada is like his thing. So he's been saying that for so long, like, yo, Stussy, yo, sleeping on a Stussy. And like, even now, like I was just looking at their cardigans, like they're about to drop their second delivery of fall winter this Friday. I was looking at, they dropped a blue fuzzy cardigan now, like just killing it, bro. It's just like the stuff like that I see, it's like I'm excited for. I'm like, bro,
the joints they did with
the trucker we were just talking about. I'm like, it's just crazy, bro. Like a different time now where like I would be glued to like a Supreme lookbook, like, yo, what's gonna drop? Like I'm mapping out releases, like, yo, taking a screenshot, like want this, and it's like, dang, bro, that's just gone. Like that's gone, bro. Like,
well, I mean, I think I would say my top 5 right now, in the driver's seat, of course, is Capital. It's that Japanese thing, like you're saying. Like, we're
like
just
literally insane, bro.
I'm on it right now, but
so crazy.
Capital, CPFM is, I would say, like streetwise is my favorite. Their everything, their quality, the messages that they put on it is just,
you're just not gonna get the same product every time, and I appreciate that. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like when you said the fit, that really like resonated with me, because I'm like, yeah, like I tried on that purple crew neck and you were like, bro, that thing was like snug on me, bro. Like that was a size 4. Like that is crazy that like they would go to that extent just to ensure that that person is not gonna feel like Mo, good times, like he doesn't feel like he's buying the same pair of pants every time. It's gonna be a little bit different every time. Like I can appreciate that for sure.
If I had to pick one high end, I'm probably gonna go, I mean, across the board, you have to go LV. I mean, you have to. Like, for the price point, with everything else, you're gonna catch me wearing their jewelry. You're gonna catch me wearing, if I'm paying for it, any of their pants.
Gosh,
like
how many things have we referenced from any of these collections that I'm like, no, I would genuinely wear that for sure. Like, no, that's Louis aside. That is a great piece.
Their backpacks, their accessories go, like, bro. I mean, anything. So I gotta go with LV for sure. From there, it kind of like, I have to think about kind of like my consistency and what it is I'm going to be consuming in the distance. I just got to put Supreme up there. Like, it's just,
I thought
it's
that
not
I
going to
was
go
like,
away for me.
I thought that it wasn't, and it's just like, nah, man, it's just such a staple thing. Like, even I'm looking at Long's camera setup right now, and I'm like, yeah, I know for a fact Long is buying a Supreme camera. You know what I mean? If they drop that, like, for sure. For sure.
A lens is going to have Supreme on it.
Literally, 100%. So, like, why would you not? You know what I mean? It's like they have pushed every boundary of what you can put Supreme on, and you got to respect that at some point as a business decision. Looking at any of this stuff, if we're talking about doing a buy, if we're talking about doing anything, there's a lot of decisions that go into it. So, for that to be across a board of people, like, yeah, let's slap Supreme on a jet ski. Let's do it. Charge $8,000 a piece. Let's do it. Sold out. Like, pinball machine. Let's do it, bro.
Sold out.
Like, what are you gonna do, a live animal net? You know what I mean? Like, it's literally insane where there's no boundary to what, like, seriously, bro, like, they're gonna do an airplane? Like, there's no telling. Think about this.
Airplane.
Bro, think about this. For real, I'm being realistic, bro. Mark my words. Like, think about everything they've done, bro. Like, there hasn't been, like, a Supreme Lamborghini officially, but I'm just like, yeah, like, they've done the Rolex, they've done all this stuff. I'm just like, bro, what more notoriety do you need to your brand to be able to go to the biggest name in the world to be like, yo, let's do this? Like, a Supreme Guinness beer in every single store across the world. Like, man, Supreme, hire me. I got a couple ideas for you guys.
Wow, tap in.
You know what I mean? Tap in.
Price might be going up. But I mean, from there, I don't really, like, I mean, what I got, human made on.
That's the thing about here, though, like, we're spoiled by seeing so much stuff that we're able to have our horizons broadened a little bit more.
I would say, like, from there, I don't have any, like, more consistency.
It's a rotating,
it's like
it's a rotating fifth.
Like, random things, like, I'll just get, of course, like you said, because we're here, so, like, just random, like.
Like, you got those, what were those What were those cargos? Pink ones from ADS. Siberia Hills. Siberia Hills.
Yeah. Siberia.
Bro, like random, like
Yeah.
there was a Siberia Hills hoodie I wanted like 3 years ago, the Sailor Moon one, the original one, and it's crazy that this is like years later, and I'm thinking like, oh wow, dang, like that's still cool. Like it's not, I didn't buy it for the label. We're like, yo, that's cool, bro. Like these pants are actually really nice. Like just a lot different. So like I think personally for both of us, like that fifth would definitely be a rotating fifth. Like,
Yeah, I mean, definitely Stussy fits in there too, like right next to Supreme. Don't get me wrong, like I got
even Palace
tees.
sometimes.
Yeah,
got those pants.
Palace is there.
You got
Don't
those
get me
pants,
wrong,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Palace
yeah.
is there. Like it's
Not that it's a
definitely-
consistent, but
right. I would say Stussy. I mean, I got way more Supreme than Stussy, but Stussy,
Yeah.
like I got a bunch of like
fleeces.
fleeces from. I mean, shout out Blanco.
Shout out Blanco.
Owed me all of his.
Yeah.
Like, that won't fit him anymore, but
Off the backboard. Yo,
like maybe 6.
yo, like seriously,
7.
I really don't think you have a fit with every one of them. But if we could, it'd be a bunch of pings of these, bro. He has a lot of Stussy fleeces. Shout out Blanco, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Fair God, definitely.
Yeah,
Fair God.
recently.
Yeah. But their stuff is just, it's so expensive. Like,
It's honestly like that's one of the other things to get into is like when we were talking about these brands and stuff, like please do not get it twisted. No one, even sometimes some of this stuff, like we were just looking at that Gucci puffer jacket and I was like, there's no way I'm paying $5,400 for that. I'm just not. Some of the stuff is
the
unjustifiable.
North Face one, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some of that stuff. So like with the Fear of God stuff, I'm like, yo, $1,400 for like this suede leather shirt. I'm like,
Yeah, like the Dior puffer that came in earlier.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, paid what, $3,200 retail. I mean, $3,200. Just think about like what you can really consume.
like we were saying, like $3,200. Like what do you?
This is a black puffer, like
Dior
very
oblique, like that's it.
monogram Dior all over it. Very like just low key.
21 Savage would definitely wear it, or Offset,
For
one of
sure.
them, for sure.
I would wear it.
Yeah, it was nice.
That
Don't get me
joint is
wrong.
hitting.
The guy literally pointed to me and was like, you gonna grab this? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, but
Nice jacket, but
yeah.
it's just one of those things, man, that when you get into that realm, it's like we are fortunate to be able to see this stuff and to be able to not see it for those ticket prices.
So I guess let's look at the shop, and then we're gonna stop talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're gonna do this all day. Shop wise, what is, I guess, let's look at. We could say like what we would want, of course, but our consumption rate for what we buy is not 100%.
Yeah, so our five,
Let's just go like 3.
3, Bape, for sure.
Yes, mate.
And ladies and gents, this is, we have to cater to a demographic. Personal preference does not go into this, so
Yeah.
has to be able to
I
be
mean,
like
that's
what.
that's the thing about. Listen, let me tell you something. You want to shop? You gotta be able to. Don't get me wrong. You can make your shop and have whatever brands you want in there, whatever
You can.
stickers you want in there,
But is it gonna sell?
and but it isn't gonna sell exactly. And that's where it's at. Like, all right, I'm gonna give you this tip, and this tip is gonna be this: you gotta sell what your customers want. Okay? Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to flood this place with these brands that I'm talking about, like Chrome Heart,
Literally only be that. Just
CPF Film, and Capital. I would love to get a bunch of this stuff, but is it gonna fly? I don't think so. So we gotta go with some of these joints are, which is like a Bape,
like a Supreme.
Supreme,
Cactus Jack merch does great for us, surprisingly.
Trav merch,
Trav merch does
Yeah.
great. Human Made got a decent little.
the Yay merch, the Yay stuff, anything.
Yay stuff, yeah.
I mean,
Anything easy, good. We do a
Off-White.
lot of Off-White, definitely. Recipes Verge does very good. The tees do well.
Yeah.
I would say those are our consistents.
about
Though.
5, yeah,
those
that's
are
it.
our consistents that saying. And I definitely want to emphasize that Bape is literally like I think that's our number one for sure.
Yeah.
T wise, like we get those
and
things.
hoodies, like
Yeah.
the full zips, the camo joints.
And they say Bape is dead. It's still alive and well, honey.
Nah, we got the Bape Hub right up the street. Cream.
Yeah.
They got it all in there. So.
It's definitely, like I said, I feel like it's ever changing, and it is with us. But as far as store wise, like that stuff stays pretty consistent because you have to think of what the average person knows, what the average person has access to. It's gonna be that baseline, and not really too much of that under.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but I mean, all in all, we are buying all of these brands such as Chrome Heart, Off-White, CPFM, Capital, Gallery, Sicko, Vertebrae, Fear God, Spider, Needles, Human Made, Stone Island, Bape, CDG, Rude, Stussy, Spring, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, Gucci, Rick Owens. Anyways, on and on and on.
Bring
Buy
all
these
that
brands.
to us.
Okay, so bring it to us, sell it to us, so we can buy it all. All right, and yeah, man. Anything else?
I mean, I just want to, that was a great reading of that list right there. There was no second anything.
Yeah.
Those were just like straight off the dome. Seriously,
Bing, bing,
any
bing,
of that
bing,
stuff.
bing,
I
bing,
feel
bing,
like
bing, bing,
I feel
bing.
like we run into people every couple months, and we'll find a nice, cool guy that comes in. I watch your show, and he brings in all this cool stuff. I'm like, where were you all this time? Like,
Yeah.
stop hiding. Come in, talk to us.
Need more of you guys.
All of you.
Oh
guys.
man, we didn't throw calls in there. We missed a couple. but
There's a
it's
couple
okay.
that we're gonna get flamed for that, but
Yeah,
this
it's
is
okay.
personal preference.
Anything that you flame, throw it down low, please. We need But yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here because we're starting to shop. We got things to do.
Yep.
And yeah, I love you guys as always. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Peace out, man.
See you guys.